A mother wrote and said, quote, "I went to sleep listening to the training about how we need to address things with our kids immediately. We need to stop everything and talk through their unloving or irresponsible behaviors," end quote. Mom, you are a genius and a brave and dedicated one. Going to sleep listening to how to be better parents, that's just remarkable. And yet, what could we do better with our time than that? I'm Greg Bear. For more lessons on becoming a confident, loving, and wise parent, simply like this video and subscribe to this channel. I regularly add video lessons on YouTube teaching about the healing power of real love in all types of relationships. For even more help, visit reallove.com. Now, about stopping everything to love and teach, addressing Mom's scenario. All day, parents tend to pass by these perfect teaching moments where they have an opportunity to teach the child behavior right then and teach them principles that can't be taught as effectively if we wait. I suggest that we consider 3 things about missing these precious teaching moments. First, why do parents miss these teaching opportunities? Because they're difficult. No parent wants to confront a child when they know the child is going to give them the stink eye, that look of resistance and anger and disgust that screams, "I don't love you," or even, "I hate you." No parent likes seeing that expression. But, number 2, by waiting for a better time or just hoping it will go away, the parents make the behavior more likely to happen again. And almost no parents are aware of this. Children are fairly binary, meaning yes or no, zeros or ones, black or white, not so much tuned into nuances. So if you let any time pass after the moment of bad behavior without doing something, your child hears, "It's okay. That behavior's okay." No kid, that is what they hear. 3, if parents wait to talk about the behaviors, if you wait, the moment is gone. If you wait an hour and then say to a child, "Do you remember when you were teasing your brother?" You lose. It's out of their head. You'll get that "I left my brain under the pillow" look from the child if you ask a stupid question like that. And then they say things like, "What do you mean?" or just, "What?" It's gone. Now back to Mom. She said to me, "I like how you said anything that doesn't contribute to family happiness, we stop and we talk about it. And you said, if you don't follow family rules, you don't get the benefit of family privileges. That really helps me as a mother with the courage to speak up immediately," end quote. Hard for them to argue about the link between responsibility and privileges without looking foolish. They get so much as a result of living in your family. And now they're learning that your family operates by rules they need to follow. Everything in the universe follows rules and is responsible for their choices. You are as parents, and now you're teaching them that they are responsible also. Mom said, let me give you an example. My teenage son wanted to talk to me about why we'd taken his phone away. The first 5 words out of his mouth already had attitude. So I stopped him right then and said, "How are you talking to me right now?" And he said, almost predictably, "What do you mean?" with even more attitude. And I said, "Just like that. Again, you're talking to me like I'm one of your punk friends that you can bully with your tone. And the look you just gave me said this: I wish she would shut up." Now, this is very surprising stuff to a kid because they think they're getting away with this stuff. They think they're getting away with their attitude, their tone, their looks at you. And you're telling him he's not getting away with it. Mom continues. He started to stumble with a response when I said the gig is up I see your attitude. He started to stumble, and I said, nope, no excuses. You're staying right there in that one spot where your feet are right now until you can tell me sincerely and with real humility how you're being disrespectful, even snotty. I wasn't the least bit angry, Mom says, just direct and confident. I said that I would be back in 10 minutes with him not moving, and when I returned, the smirk on his face was gone. He admitted that he was being snotty, and we really had a great moment. And it was all because I stopped him immediately when he had attitude, and because I was calm. Mom, bless your heart. You're a brave and determined mother. Every time your son has a tone, unconsciously he feels that he's won a victory over you. That's why he keeps doing it. That makes it even more difficult to try to teach him the next time. But when you stop him immediately about his tone or entitlement without responsibility, you take away his hollow victory, and instead you're loving and teaching him. Oh, beautiful on your part. Mom continued, and today my daughter, Jules, said that her job with the dishes was done. So I randomly pulled out one of the dishes out of the cupboard, and immediately she started with the attitude. She said, "What?" Because kids have learned that just brings everything to a stop, or at least to a fight, and they're going to win. Just by resisting, they win. So the daughter said, "What?" And she said, "What? What's wrong?" Mom says, I put up my hand and said, "Stop right there. I told you that we weren't going to do anything in this family anymore if it didn't lead to happiness. So, were you about to be loving or responsible or happy when you said, what? What's wrong?" And Mom says, my daughter hung her head and said, "No." Mom said, I was feeling so powerful and calm, so she followed right along. My daughter. It's all about the parents. Mom says, it was great. I showed her some dirty places on a couple of dishes, and I asked her what she was seeing. She started to make an excuse, and immediately I said, are you being responsible, or are you making excuses? She calmed right down, even when I said she'd have to wash the entire stack of dishes over again, even the clean ones. Parents, grab the moments when they happen, especially with attitude, because those moments can be really brief, and our kids need us to use those moments to love and teach them. Learn even more at reallove.com.